nervous because I didn't know much about this park back then. I wasn't sure how it was going to be as far as answering questions from people. It wasn't the driving of the road that made me nervous. It was more about dealing with people and answering questions when I had no idea and looking stupid. But that first day, I didn't see anything on this first section of road. I got onto the gravel and I was cruising along, and for quite a ways, I didn't see anything. And all of a sudden, way off in the distance, I saw a black dot. And I thought, oh boy, what's this, a porcupine or something? As I got closer, I realized it was much bigger than a porcupine. It was a ways off, and when I got closer, I realized it was a wolf. Very first animal I saw in the park was a wolf. I have not seen a wolf all year this year, not one. So anyways, I got closer and I realized that wolf was actually walking towards the bus. So I shut the bus down. I told everyone, let's get quiet, keep your windows down. I didn't know what this animal was going to do. Never seen a wolf in my life before. And sure enough, it kept coming. It walked right down the driver's side of my bus, 5 feet from the bus. It stopped halfway down the length of the bus and laid down in the road and just started staring up at everybody with these piercing amber eyes. I was like, wow, it's going to be that easy? But no, I'll tell you what, I get goosebumps thinking about it. That was incredible. I was so nervous, I didn't take a picture of that wolf. It laid there for at least 4 or 5 minutes, I'd say. Of course, I didn't leave. I just sat there, petrified, didn't know what to do. Yeah, so everybody on my bus got pictures of that wolf except me. I had my cell phone up front with me, but I wasn't even sure if I was allowed to use it when I was behind the wheel, so I didn't even pick it up. I had no idea what I was doing, but yeah. So I missed a great opportunity, but that image is embedded in my memory. I can literally see it right now. It was unreal. That same year, 2017, second last day on the job. It was a day like today. It was miserable out. Poor visit. It was probably worse than today. It was snowing in the park. Worse visibility. Raining just exactly like today. And I was coming out of the park after a pretty tough day spotting wildlife, and a big bull moose was working its way down this side hill up ahead of us. And of course I stopped and I waited it out, and eventually walked right across the front of the bus making all kinds of noise and started rubbing his antlers on spruce trees on the opposite side of the road. So we really enjoyed that big bull, and it was pretty awesome. But the best thing about him is he delayed me getting out that day. As I got back on this paved section of the road right somewhere in here, and I was cruising right along thinking my day was done, didn't think I'd see anything, maybe another moose, but there was no other moose that was going to compete with that big fella. So I wasn't too worried about it. I was going about 35 miles an hour, and I caught some movement out of the left side of the bus. I did a double take, and I looked, and it was a wolf, and it was running right at us. I shut the bus down, got quiet again. This time I had overshot the wolf. It ran out in the road. I could see it in my rear view mirror, and it came right down the left side of the bus, just like that wolf the first day. Came to the front of the bus and started flopping around on the pavement in front of my bus. So as you can imagine, I had 35 people sitting in my lap. We were all jammed up front taking pictures and enjoying that wolf. And I looked in the mirror, and here comes another one, and then another one, and another one. Before I knew it, I had 7 wolves, the entire pack, all flopping around like some kind of circus show in front of my bus. A car came around me and almost, it was a construction vehicle, almost ran the wolves over. So at that point, I took my bus and blocked the whole entire road with the bus. I turned it sideways so everybody on the bus could see the wolves. And they kept rolling and scent rolling and flopping around. Then they'd walk 10 yards, start flopping around again. And it went on for a long time, like I'd say 20 minutes. And I just sat there in disbelief, videotaping everything. And so I got this really shaky cell phone video, and I couldn't wait to show my coworkers. I went back to a place where we have some adult beverages sometimes after work. Couldn't wait to go there that day, and of course my coworkers told me they hate me. No rookie driver should have had those experiences with wolves. To this day, I've not had anything quite like that happen since. That was my second last day on the job, and I think they were scent rolling because they just paved this asphalt. They put 2 inches of fresh asphalt down, and I think they were getting the oils off the road as a cover scent so they can hunt. I showed the wolf biologist. She seemed to agree with me. That's probably what they were doing, but pretty crazy experience. So the last day of that year, the very next day, I was driving in the park, same weather conditions in the morning, and I was coming out of the park, and I looked back over my right shoulder as I'm coming out. The eyes off to our left opened up, and the mountain came out. The full mountain came out, and I got goosebumps and chills. And I actually got choked up that day, and I was like, I couldn't even talk. I knew I'd be back. Like, there's no way I wasn't coming back to this job. So I've been doing it 5 years now, and I don't see any end in sight. I just love this place. Every day's so different. You never know what you're gonna see. So just hopefully today you guys get to see something that you can take from this place. These places are diminishing in this world, so we got to protect places like this. Off to the right, that rock formation. Anyone want to guess what it looks like? A face? Yeah, that's what I think it looks like. I've heard different animals and stuff. I think it looks like a man's face looking up at the sky. Bald forehead, eyeball, eye socket, big nose. Anyways, I want to get, now that it's getting dark, I want to come out here when the northern lights are flashing and get that face looking up at the northern lights. I think that would be a great picture. So this is Big Glacier Valley. Off to the left, big U-shaped valley, braided glacial rivers all merging together right here. The glacier started to recede, and that's what cut that V-shaped valley off to our right. That is the Savage River. We're going to stop here. The ranger's going to board the bus. She's going to start writing seatbelt citations. And then, I'm only kidding. Nobody fell for that? All right. Then we'll be on the gravel road the rest of the time. Hi, Matt. How are you? Good. Good.
How are you? You know what? That's fantastic. You deserve to be great.